Denver have some big games here in week 11 for playoff implications, standings within divisions. We're jumping into another big one here as the Kansas City Chiefs take on the Denver Broncos. AFC West divisional matchup. Looking at the lines at opening, we had a total of 45.5. We're starting to see 44.5s out there with money coming in on that under. Now, as for the side, the Kansas City Chiefs rolling in here off a bye are now a 4-point favorite on Pinnacle. That 4 coming in at minus 103. You're still seeing 3.5s out there, but if you like the Denver Broncos, grabbing that 4 is a nice number there for the Denver Broncos. Now, I'm not sure if you even need the points with the Denver Broncos. I do think this is an epic battle between two fantastic teams. The Denver Broncos, 8-2 on the season. They're going to be looking to come out here at home and get that straight up win. And Coach Sean Payton definitely has this team prepared and ready. This is going to come down to if that defense can put that pressure on Patrick Mahomes, collapse the pocket and not allow him to slip out of it. You're looking at the Denver Broncos at plus 177 on the money line. And while this is nice plus money, we might be able to get a nice live betting situation. We know the Denver Broncos have allowed some points in these games to start and dug their way back. Or could this be one they come out hot out of the gate? We're going to see what we get out of them in this one. But before I jump into what I'm liking, where my money is going, I want to remind you guys to hit that like button over here on YouTube. For the rest of 2025, you can get the handicappers of your choices, best bets on picks and parlays for just $8.30 a day. You guys, it's an absolute fantastic deal, cheaper than my Starbucks. I know I say that all the time. Come over here to picks and parlays and grab that rest of 2025 package from your handicapper of choice. So yeah, $8.30 a day. And if you're looking for those weekend warrior passes, they're still up and running, you guys. So don't delay. Just $49. You get the handicapper of your choices picks in football for Saturday and Sunday. So college and professional for that one price of $49. They're going to throw in those Monday plays at no extra cost as well. Let's jump back into this game. The Kansas City Chiefs versus the Denver Broncos. Like I said, I really do think the Denver Broncos have the ability to get the win. AFC West. And it's so interesting to see here. We're going to go over the trends, and I know all the trends for the Kansas City Chiefs. But when we look at right now, the odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl are the Kansas City Chiefs. Sitting only 5-4 in the season, 1-3 out there on the road. The Kansas City Chiefs are still the favorite to win the Super Bowl, which is just crazy because if the season ended right before this Week 11 game here, we wouldn't see Kansas City even in the playoffs. Now, when we look at the Denver Broncos are sitting right there at the top of the AFC West. If we see in this matchup, the Kansas City Chiefs win this game and the LA Chargers win their game, then the Chargers will be sitting at the top of the AFC West. So Charger fans like me are so confused in this one because while we would love to see Denver pull off the upset and be sitting ahead of the Kansas City Chiefs, giving the Kansas City Chiefs another loss, if the Kansas City Chiefs win and we win on Sunday versus Jacksonville, we'll be sitting at the top of the AFC West. So this is a hard one, you guys. I do think, though, Denver has what it takes in this game to come out and have the chaos out there on the field. So looking at the trends, and I know a lot of you are going to be looking at these trends. KC has been dominant versus the Denver Broncos. Mahomes in his career has gone 13-1 against Denver, 9-2 in divisional games on the road. So very strong out there in divisional games on the road, 21-5 off of a loss. And then when we look at Andy Reid, he's gone 22-4 off of a bye week. So they're coming in here off a bye. They're going to be so prepared to take on Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos. There's no denying what Patrick Mahomes is able to do out there on the field. He's thrown for at least 250 passing yards in his last 6 games, a solid 8 yards per attempt, and has a completion percentage of 67.3%. Now, he is a better quarterback than Bo Nix, but you look at Bo Nix and you look at the game plan that Sean Payton brings. They love to wear out defenses out there. They're going to pound the rock in the first half of this game. They're going to utilize J.K. Dobbins. They're going to utilize R.J. Harvey in the backfield as well. They're going to wear down the defense here of the Kansas City Chiefs. And then in that fourth quarter, that's where you see Bo Nix comes live, getting those big plays, getting those impactful balls nice and deep to Cortland Sutton. So Bo Nix is doing the job that Sean Payton needs out of him now. Question mark still on the defense here of the Denver Broncos, who will step up again with Patrick Surtain again out of this lineup. But I do think there's so much talent on the Denver Broncos defensively that we're going to see that step up. Now, they have been kind of off against tight end positions. So a lot of you might be looking at Travis Kelce for the Kansas City Chiefs. I would go to Noah Gray over Travis Kelce. Noah Gray, he's yet to get in the end zone this season. He did have 5 touchdowns last season. So I'd probably look at Noah Gray, but I think the points are going to be hard to come by in this one. If it goes to overtime, though, I think we do push over that total. So I'm a little cautious with that total here. Both of these teams only allowing right around 17 points per game. And when we look at the Denver Broncos, their ability to get those sacks on opposing quarterbacks is there. 46 sacks on the season, and they are stopping opponents on third down, only allowing them to convert at 28.1%. So this is going to come down to the defense. I know we have seen those inconsistencies out of the Denver Broncos on the offensive side, but I think they're so ready, so prepared. I'm looking for a solid run game out of J.K. Dobbins, R.J. Harvey. Look for the both of them out of the backfield. I would also look at the receiving and rushing props because I do think we get some short passes off from Bo Nix. When we're looking at the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm going to target Noah Gray to get in the end zone. We're getting great plus money there. But there's no denying what Patrick Mahomes can do. I just think this is a game you've got to look for the upset to come. I think Sean Payton is licking his chops to take down the Kansas City Chiefs. This game has been circled, and it's been circled 10 times on his calendar. He's prepared for Andy Reid. He's prepared for the game plan that they're going to bring at him. I do think they bring an elite game plan in which that defense causes that pressure, collapses the pocket around Patrick Mahomes, and is able to walk away with the win. So I'm going to take the Denver Broncos at plus 176 on that money line. If you want to just grab them plus the 4, I don't blame you. There's also all of those stats you could look at Patrick Mahomes as more than a field goal favorite out there. It's just not where you want to be. But if you really want some touchdown props, so many weapons out there for the Kansas City Chiefs. Kareem Hunt is the odds-on favorite for the Kansas City Chiefs at plus 105, followed by Rice at plus 125, and then Travis Kelce. Like I said, I'm going to go all the way down to Noah Gray. Noah Gray coming in at plus 700. It's a long shot. I love those long shots for sure. When we look at the Denver Broncos, I would look here for R.J. Harvey at plus 125. And then it's not out of question for Bo Nix to run one in himself. That's coming in at plus 380. We know Patrick Mahomes has been able to do that. Maybe both quarterbacks here to rush one in as well. Patrick Mahomes coming in at plus 300. Bo Nix at plus 380. I expect some mistakes out of Patrick Mahomes in this one as that defense does bring that pressure of the Denver Broncos. Patrick Mahomes to throw the interception is minus 102. That says a lot in that line, you guys. I do think he's going to throw that interception. The book's kind of on the edge of that. I think it comes in this one. We know Patrick Mahomes does take those chances when he's scrambling outside of that pocket. And while I hope the Denver Broncos can collapse that pocket and not allow him to get out of it, it is Patrick Mahomes. He's so slippery out there on the field that I would expect him to be able to get outside of it. I expect a mistake here at minus 102 for the anytime interception on Patrick Mahomes. Definitely worth it. Now, if I think that he's going to throw that interception, could we see the defensive touchdown by the Denver Broncos? Let me know your thoughts on this one. You guys, if enough of you agree that we could get that defensive touchdown at plus 1,000, maybe I'll take a shot. But you guys, that is it. This is going to be a great matchup in the AFC West. Again, I'm rolling with the Denver Broncos plus the 4. I will look at both of these quarterbacks to run one in. I think they have every ability to run one in. I think it comes down to Denver's defense in this game. I think they come out like a wrecking ball, put Patrick Mahomes into situations that just don't work, and we see them be able to get things done. So you guys enjoy this Sunday afternoon of football games. So many great games out here this week here in week 11. Let me know your favorite game on deck. And do me a favor, hit that like button and hit the notification bell so you do know when these videos drop here on YouTube. You guys are absolutely the best. Until next time, stay hot and let's make some freaking money.